One, two,
This is the Business 901 podcast, where you will find many of the leading edge thinkers in the world of continuous improvement, lean, service design, and sales and marketing. The podcast is sponsored by the Lean Marketing Lab, a learning community dedicated to developing and improving the user experience. Now, to the podcast.
Welcome, everyone. This is Joe Dager, the host of the Business 901 podcast. With me today is Bob Petruska. Bob is a well-known consultant and author of Gimbal Walks for Service Excellence. An international presenter, Bob is best known for helping teams make business impacts fast. He has a way of transitioning from ideas to practice that are really unlike anyone else in the industry. You have a fairly dynamic group down there in Charlotte that you're doing a lot of different things with. What are some of the things that your group does, your consortium does there?
Well, we started with this idea that there were people in the area that wanted to explore Lean and Six Sigma. And Brian Lurr looked at LinkedIn profiles and did a search of the region and found so many professionals, and he created a network. And then we realized is that when we got together as a roundtable, you had a bunch of people that were very high professionals, but we didn't have a good facilitator in the meeting. So instead of it being as warm and friendly as we'd like, people were kind of at each other and saying, well, this idea works or that idea doesn't work, or, they were kind of doing that. And so we changed the format to really be about respect for people. And so we really grew a really cool group because center to it is respecting other people. And because of this, I think we've really opened the door for a lot of idea sharing and growth. And so we get together a couple times a year. We had a spring conference every April, and this year we had Mick Wills come in and Dana Sednick's Bauer came in from Denver, and it was just a really wonderful time. We had a great time.
Well, that sounds really interesting. You are among a great group down there in Charlotte. So is there anything you'd like to add about your presentation at AME? I had mentioned it was November 14th down in Jacksonville. So is there anything you'd like to add about it?
The only thing I could add is come down here, enjoy, be with us. We're going to have a fun time, and you're going to experience Haikaku. So it'll be step change, and I think that's one of the missing ingredients that we have in organizations today is we're frustrated with getting things done. And I think when you experience getting things done in real time in a real setting like that, you'll walk away with it with a different perspective on it.
I think that's a great perspective, Bob. Okay.
Thank you,
and
Joe.
What's the best way for someone to contact you and get a hold of you?
Well, my website is bobpetruska.com, or you can send me an email at bob@bobpetruska.com, or you can just pick up the phone and call me 704-615-3731. If you have any questions or just want to talk or pick my brain or just make a friend, it would be great.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you very much, Bob. This podcast will be available on the Business 901 iTunes Store and the Business 901 website. So thanks again, Bob.
Sure, Joe. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Visit us at theleanmarketinglab.com.